what each of us has learned from this assignment.
My name is Nurain Shafira binti Hamdani. My metric number is BG201110343. What I have learned during this assignment is that I can find out that the cleaning system in the restaurant is very important because it can affect the efficiency of the restaurant. Besides that, I also learned how to calculate the efficiency of the cleaning system in the restaurant, that I can use this knowledge for the future.
Hi, my name is Nur Amira Alisha binti Simpson, and I want to talk about what did I learn from this project. So first, I learned to know how was the restaurant went well. For example, is the restaurant run well or not, or did the restaurant service was good or not. And second, from the observation that I learned is I know how the restaurant do their business, running their business. Is it faster or on time, like that. And then third, I also learned how to calculate the time that have given to each customer. I learned how to know how much time that the cashier need for each person. And the last one is I also can identify the restaurant can be a good competitive in other restaurant or not.
Hello everyone, my name is Paul Sising and my number mentor is PG211043 from HE21. Today I want to present about how we have learned from this project is waiting line system is different as when someone or something spend downtime in a quick to complete a transaction or an activity. For example, in a restaurant, customer must wait in line to order food. This is waiting line system because the customer spend downtime in the quick to complete an activity, which is to order food. Besides, I also learned about factors that will influence the restaurant, and one of them is the standard operation procedure SOP that is set by government, which is the government has set an SOP for all the business due to the pandemic of COVID-19, and everyone should be follow it.
Assalamualaikum and hi, my name is Muhammad Hafizul Fahmi bin Abdurrahman, BG2111009, and I will tell you about what I have learned from this waiting line system project. First and foremost, queuing theory. I gained knowledge about the fundamental principle of queuing theory, which involves analyzing the behavior and characteristics of queue. This theory covers concepts like arrival rates, service rates, queue length, waiting times, and utilization. Secondly, queuing model. I can explore different mathematical models and algorithms used to represent and stimulate waiting lines. Example include single server queue, multiple server queue, priority queues, and more complex queuing networks. Lastly, the performance metrics. I learned about various performance metrics used to evaluate the effectiveness of waiting line system. These metrics include average waiting time, average queue length, system utilization, throughput, and service level agreements. Thank you.
Hello, I'm Yelithin and my metric number is BG2111015 from Section 1. Today, I'm going to talk about what I have learned from doing this project, which is the waiting line system. This waiting line system project requires us to work together with our group members and divide jobs equally. Also, this waiting line system project aims to investigate the time queue for selected restaurants that we discussed and chose together. Therefore, through this project, I discovered that every restaurant has a unique waiting line system that can affect how customers feel about the restaurants. Moreover, ever since the government released the Standard Operating Procedure or SOP, many restaurants continue to comply with the rules established by their owners or organization and the governments to stop the spreading of the pandemic COVID-19. resulting the seating arrangement has not been changed since then.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum and a very good day to my beloved lecturer and to my fellow friends. My name is Iza Aiman bin Muhammad Yusof with the matrix number of BG211100015. Okay, so allow me to talk about what I have learned throughout this project. Okay, first I've learned about the queue characteristics. I now have a better understanding of the characteristics of each restaurant's lines, including the typical number of customers in each line, the typical waiting time, and the distribution of queue length. Okay, so I was able to understand the pattern of demand and customer behavior within the queuing system thanks to this information. Second is I've learned about the performance metrics. As a result of my research, I now know how to calculate and evaluate various performance metrics for the three restaurants queuing systems. These metrics include system utilization, average waiting line, average waiting times, average queue lengths, customer arrival rate, and also service rates. In fact, comparing these metrics makes it easier to see each system's strengths and also weaknesses.
What I have learned from doing this assignment is I know that every restaurant has their own characteristic of waiting line. For example, is that limited or unlimited operating line. Next, I also learned that how to calculate number of people will be served in 1 hour. I think that's all I have learned from doing this assignment.
Good evening, my name is Fitria binti Muhammad Yusuf and I am from Group 9. What I have learned from this assignment is the technology make the waiting line in the outlet or restaurant become more convenient because some other outlets have the faster service because they use an electronic order. So the customer did not have to take order manually.
Hello, I'm Belle Scholastica binti Latin. Next, what I learned from this assignment is communication skills. In group assignment, it requires effective communication to share ideas, discuss strategies, delegate tasks, and resolve conflicts. Here, I can learn how to express my thoughts, listen actively to other members, and convey my message in a concise and respectful manner. Other than that, I learned how to be a leader. I have the opportunity to take on guiding my group and delegating tasks based on individual strengths and abilities. This assignment, I also learned the different techniques and strategies for managing queues effectively. This includes organizing the waiting area, providing clear signage or instructions, implementing systems, and optimizing the flow of customers to minimize wait time.
Describe what are the similarity and differences between waiting line system in outlet 1, outlet 2, and outlet 3.
In this assignment, we have to choose 3 types of restaurants that have a different name. However, there are differences and similarity that can be seen in the selection of these 3 restaurants. Among the similarities is that this restaurant is in the form of an outlet, where an outlet is a restaurant that has branches in several different places. All 3 of these restaurants have branches in other places other than the place we visited. Next is the difference. The difference that can be seen is the place or position of each outlet. They are outlets located in shopping centers such as Tasty Chicken Rice Shop. This outlet is in a shopping center different from the other outlet we went to.
Okay, and the next similarity is queuing discipline. The similarity that was founded in the three restaurants is the approach that was used, which is first come first served. This means that the customer are served in the order of their arrival. This queuing discipline ensures fairness and simplicity in waiting line system. Okay, and then the next difference is service rate and efficiency. The service rate and efficiency of the staff differ across the three restaurants. This difference came from factors such as staffing levels, knowledge, training, and also technological assistance. Therefore, from the research, the restaurant that have a faster service rate have a shorter waiting times, and we assumed that a higher and also a faster service rate will lead to an improved on customer satisfaction.
The similarity of these three outlets, including Tasty Chicken Rice Shop, Singapore Chicken Rice Shop, Aceh Laksa, is on how they serve our final goods by using a waitress to send our order. While the differences between these three outlets is on how they're taking our order, because Singapore Chicken Rice Shop using an electronic order instead of manual order. But the other two outlets which is Tasty Chicken Rice Shop and Aceh Laksa using a manually.
What are the challenges issued in the waiting line system between outlet 1, outlet 2 and outlet 3?
I'll tell you about the challenges issue in the waiting line system for Tasty Chicken Rice Shop. First challenge is variability in demand. Dealing with fluctuating demand patterns can be challenging. Balancing staffing levels and resources to meet peak demand while avoiding underutilization during slower periods require careful planning and forecasting. Secondly, queue management. Effectively managing and queue and ensuring a fair and efficient order of service can be challenging. Handling priority customers, managing different service types, and maintaining queue discipline are important considerations. Lastly, cost effectiveness. Implementing and maintaining a waiting line system can involve upfront and ongoing costs. Balancing the benefits gained from improved efficiency and customer satisfaction against the financial investment is a challenge organization face. Thank you.
The challenge issue of waiting line in Singapore Chicken Rice is limit of table for customer. Singapore Chicken Rice is recognized in Taiwan, so if we start to eat there, we have to wait for a long time because of the limit of table. This is challenge issue of waiting line that we will face if we want to eat there, especially in weekend. It will be a lot of people in the restaurant.
I'm the representative of Outlet 3, which is Aceh Laksa. One of the primary challenges with the waiting line system for Outlet 3 is that Aceh Laksa only have one ordering counter, resulting in the waiting line moving slowly. When the waiting line is moving slowly, then customers feel they have been waiting too long, which result in them leaving the restaurants and also feeling that their time is being wasted, especially when a large number of people visited the shopping center to buy and eat during peak hours, holidays, or on weekends. Moreover, due to the small spacing design and limited seating, customers need to wait for others to finish their meals, which could take at least 10 to 15 minutes or longer depending on the size of customer in the restaurant dining. Finally, the employee at Outlet 3A are unable to properly wipe the table and keep the utensil due to a staffing shortage.
How this project can be applied elsewhere?
So how this project can be applied in somewhere. So I think this project can be applied at Food Panda rider. For example, as we know, Food Panda have been applied services in many restaurants in Malaysia. So I think this project can be applied to the rider, so we can know which restaurant that can provide faster services for their rider. And we also can know how the restaurant manage to each rider that came to the restaurant and take the food to the customer. So we know so we can know that restaurant that the Food Panda apply is good for a customer or not. So customer will know that restaurant can manage well of their food and prepare their services to the customer fast or not.
For me, the principles and lessons learned from the waiting line system in a restaurant outlet can be applied to various other industries and settings such as healthcare facilities. Hospitals, clinics, and medical offices often have waiting areas where patients wait for appointments, consultations, or tests. Effective queue management, including appointment scheduling, triage system, digital signboard displaying wait times, and comfortable waiting areas, can improve patient flow, minimize waiting times, and enhance the overall patient experience.
For the next part, I will present about how this project can be applied also where its waiting line system is important part for the industry that related to manufacturing and service. This system can show how will a company manage the service they provide from the beginning to the end, and it can be applied as long as the situation is related to the idle or waiting line. There are few kinds of waiting line models where its customer are inflated and impatient, customer arise flow and exponential distribution, service bright follow and exponential distribution, and the waiting line is handled on a first come first served basis. That's all from me. Thank you.